As someone who has gardened her entire life, this is the gift guide for anyone who's confused as to what to get a gardener in 2024 for Christmas. Now, if you want to give them the best gift, the gift that keeps on giving, you just simply give them a link to Gardening in Canada YouTube channel. All joking aside, here are a list of different price point gift ideas, some of which are actually on sale this week that you should definitely try to grab. These I don't have in any particular order. It's just a list that I threw together. For one, if you can afford it, is definitely a greenhouse. I know these can be a little bit more on the pricey side, but you can get some that are inexpensive. Me personally, I used one that was literally just the poly for the first 7 years where I gardened on my own. I literally only just purchased this one and I got it off of Wayfair. So it's not like it's professional or anything. It's pretty cheap. It makes a big difference for anyone who gardens because you have more space outdoors, more lighting. Just trust me, any gardener will appreciate a greenhouse of all sizes. There's literally so many sizes. You could get like a cold frame. Technically that counts as a greenhouse. Even that would make a difference for somebody. Next up is gonna be seeds. So seeds come in all different shapes and sizes, most of which are on sale right now. But if you're not sure about what seeds to grab, literally just get them a gift card to either a farm and garden center or a very specific seed company that you love and enjoy for them to go spend their money on. Great stocking stuffer, and in some cases can even be free if you're into saving your own seeds. That is one gift that people cherish, and I actually know a lot of people in the Geek crew who have seeds that have been passed down through the generations, and what a wonderful way to start a generational tradition. And to be honest, I wish my family would have done that because that is so cool. There's people who brought their seeds from their home country and now have them here, and there's tomatoes. I've heard of Geek crew people having runner beans, you name it. It's good vibes. It's good vibes, so everyone should definitely either trade seeds or get someone seeds for Christmas. Okay, the next one is going to be for a select few. However, I personally do really enjoy it, and that is a composter. Now, more specifically, an electric composter. And yes, I 100% agree. They dehydrate and they grind. That is it. That is all. The little micro packs they send, bull shakalaka. It's once you heat up bacteria and dehydrate it, there's not going to be much there. That's going to be happy anyways. So that part is whatever. However, this is why I actually say it makes a big difference, is if you have an office and you're in an office setting. I, for years in my office, used to have a bokashi compost, which it's not for the faint of heart if you're going to go into it. Some people find it icky and don't want to actually compost into it. However, an electric composter, your coworkers are going to be more than happy to actually utilize because it is cleaner in a way. Now, you can't use this byproduct in the garden. You do need to still compost it when you get it home. However, it does allow you to kind of fill up a little bit of a bin before you bring the compost home, but it also allows you to capture those coffee grounds and lunch bits and bobs that people normally would just throw into the garbage. I will say, when you're going this route, you want to be very careful because some of these composters can get very smelly. And what I mean by that is when they start the dehydrate and grind process, not all of them have the best carbon filtration system on them. And because of that, we do tend to get a little bit of a smell. However, this Vigo one, for example, is smell free. I haven't had any issues with it in the office. I upgraded to this one because the one prior to that was from Amazon. And that was one of the complaints in the office was, please start that after we leave because yuck. So keep that in mind. Be nice to the person's coworkers if you're going this route, but it is a great gift. Next one, it's a little bit selfish, but that is a plant sensor. Now, you guys know I helped design the Earth One plant sensor, and personally, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It saved my entire greenhouse of plants this year when my heater cut out, which is very nice. You can also use this for houseplants or seed starting. Anywhere that there's internet access, it works wonderfully. It detects light, soil moisture levels, humidity ambiently, which is very important when we're growing houseplants. It also allowed me to go through the process of forcing a temperature differential inside of my greenhouse, which many of you had commented at the time how wonderful my tomato plants had looked. And the folks that I actually gave my tomato plants to asked me what mutant fertilizer I fed them. Honest to goodness, it was temperature differential that made the difference this year, and I was able to do that via a plant sensor. Now, you don't have to go with the Earth One. There are other ones out there that do ambient temperatures, for example. The ones that do soil moisture, in my opinion, aren't the greatest. The Earth One is actually quite accurate to the point that we're putting a patent on it. So it's very, very good at what it does in that regard. However, just any sort of sensor, it'll make a big deal for that person. Even if it's just a mechanical one, like min-max gauge, that thing alone would make a big difference for somebody in their life, because it'll tell them how cold their night times are getting in their greenhouses or their cold frames, etc. and so forth. And that's just like a manual analog version of it. Okay, the next one is oh, that's cold. Ha, hee hee, ha, ice water down the sleeve. Ice water down the sleeve, Kane. Okay, next one is gonna be these things and or actual hemp mats. Now, the reason why I say these are useful is because anyone who's a container gardener or waters by hand, not via drip systems, but via watering cans or actual spraying devices, what do you call the hose? I guess. Water by a hose. This is valuable because it actually limits the disruption of the soil and therefore the roots of the plant, which, trust me, that disruption causes quite a bit of damage. This prevents it. The color red also has been shown to actually increase yields, but that's a complete side point, and I have a whole video on that if you want to watch that. But this bad boy is for tomatoes, peppers, that sort of thing. It suppresses weeds. The other option is actually the hemp mats, which also suppress weeds. They are biodegradable, so they aren't plastic if that is something you don't want in your garden. And they also limit the root disruption. They are cheaper as well, just not reusable in the sense that these are. Okay, next up is going to be a soil testing kit. So you can actually get a very cheap soil testing kit called the Rapid Test Kit. Now, it doesn't look sophisticated, it doesn't look fancy. However, it's a great barometer and guide to help someone understand the conditions of their soil. This is a great stocking stuffer for anyone you know wants to be a little bit of a garden scientist of their own. Kids love stuff like this. Adults do too, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. But that one also is a nice one to try out. And if you want to learn more on how to actually manage the info that comes out of that test, you're going to want to check out this video right here. And that video is what Google says you should watch. So I'll talk to you guys next time. I am frozen.